Hey guys, AirsoftPost here. This video is about airsoft retailers. Who do I feel comfortable giving my money to, who has good selection, why do you buy from the places you buy from? And I would say that I've definitely formed a relationship with a lot of airsoft retailers in the US that have allowed me to be much more confident in my airsoft purchases. Before we get started, I just want to sort of a little disclaimer. You're going to notice that almost none of these websites are Hong Kong based, and there's a lot of things that you can get on these Hong Kong airsoft websites that you can't get in the US ones. And it's not that I don't trust the Hong Kong retailers, it's just that I like the US ones. I know them. I know that things go smoothly when I buy from them, so it's not that I don't like Hong Kong airsoft retailers for some reason. It's just that I don't really buy from them, so I'm a little bit less comfortable with giving them my money. So right off the bat, my favorite airsoft retailer that I buy from all the time is Airsoft GI. Airsoft GI is California based. Their website is awesome. They have a great selection. They have great prices, and their customer service is fantastic. I know that if I buy from Airsoft GI, that eventually I'm going to get what I want. It's going to be at a good and competitive price, and if anything goes wrong, there's going to be some sort of resolution that the Airsoft GI customer service team is going to help guide me through in order to get me what I want. So I trust them. I've never had a problem with them that hasn't been quickly resolved by an excellent customer service team. So, I'm not near their California store. I'm nowhere near them in the United States, but I always get my guns on time. I get my gear on time. So Airsoft GI is fantastic. I would highly recommend them. My probably second favorite airsoft retailer is Airsplat. I like Airsplat because really the main reason is their pricing. Their prices really can't be beat, and if I'm looking for something, I always shop around when I'm looking for airsoft, and if I come across Airsplat having the product, unless there's some sort of extenuating circumstance surrounding it, I'm probably going to go with Airsplat. Their selection isn't as good as Airsoft GI's. They have sort of these weird discrepancies in what they stock and don't stock. They're not as good for parts as other retailers in a lot of ways. I don't really buy parts from them for guns, gearbox parts, stuff like that. But if you're looking for a gun and you can find an Airsplat, chances are you're going to get it for the cheapest. Some people really like to go for that. Some people are a little less comfortable with that. The downside to Airsplat is their customer service isn't great. It's a little dodgy. Little things like, oh, my gun didn't get here, oh, my gun got here damaged, stuff like that. It's harder to resolve with Airsplat, which can be frustrating at times, but you realize that's why their guns are so much cheaper. I'm willing to bet is because they probably don't have as strong of a customer service team. Customer service isn't bad. I've heard people who complain about them all the time, but personally I think they're a pretty good airsoft company, and I buy from them fairly frequently. The third retailer I'd like to talk about is Shorty USA. Shorty USA has a website it's decent. It's okay. They've got a pretty good selection, and they've got good customer service, but their prices are actually pretty bad. For an AEG, you can end up paying significantly more on an expensive high-end AEG at Shorty USA than you would at, for example, Airsoft GI. And Shorty sometimes they have guns and stuff that other people don't have for whatever reason. And you know that everything is going to get to you in a timely manner, and if something goes wrong you can get it resolved, but the prices aren't great. So some people swear by them. I think they're alright, but I don't really shop there that often. The fourth website I'd like to talk about is Airsoft Atlanta. They're based in Atlanta, obviously, hence the name. They're good prices, good selection, great shipping policy. They ship things out very quickly. Everything's all packaged up very nicely. They make a big deal out of it. And it's true, they do package things very well and things arrive safe and sound. The only thing that really frustrates me about their business is their website is kind of annoying. It's just a list. It's like an insanely long list on each page of every single thing is just listed. And you have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll to get to the thing you want, which is a little frustrating. Other websites have figured that out a little better. But other than that, really a good company. If you live on the East Coast or even in the Midwest, I'd really seriously consider them because they're a very good company. Pyramid Airsoft, another place I buy from occasionally. Good company. I bought some stuff from their website. I bought some stuff through Amazon from their company. Pretty good shipping, decent prices. I've never had to deal with their customer service, which is, I guess, a good thing, demonstrative of them being a good company. But overall, I've had few experiences with them, but the experience I have had with them has been good, so I would recommend them. The only Hong Kong-based retailer on my list, evk.com or evike, I'm really not sure how it's pronounced. They're an absolutely enormous retailer. They have an incredible breadth of airsoft products on their website. If you can't find it at VK, you're going to have to look pretty hard to find it somewhere else in most cases. Their prices are pretty good, and I've only bought a few things from them, very few, but it's been okay. But a word of warning, I've heard people, and just on Airsoft forums, if you ever go to the sort of retailers forum where people talk about places they buy Airsoft stuff, a lot of the main complaints are lodged against the VK. Apparently their customer service is not very good. I've never had to deal with it, but I've heard so much about people complaining about horror stories ordering from the VK that I think it's worth mentioning. But then again, just like Shorty USA, some people swear by them. So if it's really your thing, if you've had a good experience with the VK, then more power to you. I really have nothing to say against that. So that's really it. Just a final word of warning. I get a lot of comments, a lot of messages from people say, "Oh, I got this gun at the stores I hear about are Walmart and Big Five and Kmart." I know what Walmart and Kmart are. I don't know what Big Five is. Apparently it's sort of a chain, like, sporting goods thing. I wouldn't buy airsoft stuff from these places. I've seen what they sell in Walmart. It's sort of rebranded AEGs that are really low quality, bad BBs, bad equipment. Don't buy from them. I know it seems a little shady to be buying everything over the internet sometimes, but to be honest, even a place like Airsplat, that when you first go there, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Trust me, they will get you your stuff. They're not trying to scam you. And these places like Big Five, they're not selling you top quality gear. They're selling it at way inflated prices, and it may seem convenient to drive down the road and get it, but in the long run, you're going to lose because really the stuff they're selling is just rebranded crap. Basically, it's not good. It's not high quality. So in conclusion, those are some of the websites I like. If you stick with those, eventually I'm sure you'll find your own website that you really like ordering from. So good luck and happy shopping. I hope this video was educational and informative, and please keep your questions coming. Bye.